We are back with another video, y'all. Today we're gonna be checking out your boy Samson. This one is entitled Immigration. All right, very hot topic right now. Very heavily opinionated folks on this topic. So we're gonna dive straight into it and see what he got going on. Come on.
Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous. That's why over the past 6 years, deportations of criminals are up 80%. And that's why we're going to keep focusing enforcement resources on actual threats to our security.
It's kind of interesting that he chose Obama for the intro. I ain't seen Obama in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, the facts are the facts. That boy Obama deported the most undocumented immigrants in American history. I think it was like 3 million or something like that. Not really the stat everybody wants to throw out there, but I wonder if that's why he chose Obama or if he being kind of funny with it. Let's get back into it. Let's go.
On actual threats to our security.
If you're illegal, we don't fucking want you here. I don't care if you're brown or if you got blonde hair. I don't care what color you are, it's all the same. If you're as white as Elon or dark as Cobby Lane,
Damn.
you do it legal. And if you don't, get the fuck out. Rules keep our lives civilized, otherwise we bug out. If we don't vet citizens at the entrances, and it's a recipe for disaster. We can't just let anyone in, that's crazy.
Damn. So just right off the bat, man, he's not really holding back no punches. Came in really early and kind of just set the tone for the whole song, man. This is where I stand on the topic, and this is where I stand firm, and it is what it is, man. He's just sitting in the whip. He got something on his mind. He wants to get it out. You could tell. Look at him.
If you're illegal, we don't fucking want you here. I don't care if you're brown or if you got blonde hair.
Okay.
I don't care what color you are, it's all the same. If you're as white as Elon or dark as Cobby Lane,
Okay.
you do it legal. And if you don't, get the fuck out. Rules keep our lives civilized, otherwise we bug out. If we don't vet citizens at the entrances, and it's a recipe for disaster. We can't just let anyone in, that's crazy.
That's true. Like, no matter where you fall on the subject, bro, if I have to follow the law in my, you know what I'm saying, in my country, I feel everybody else should follow the law too. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have to kind of remove your emotions out of the conversation and get to the facts, bro. We can't just go over to you know what I'm saying, to a foreign nation or a foreign country and just walk over the border and think it's gonna be all good when they catch us. That's not how that shit play out. But I do see a lot of the times when it comes to people coming to America, we have like a compassion for or like a leniency for it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, there is a process, you know what I mean, that people should have to go through, you know what I mean, to get to this country. I was talking to my wife's dad the other day, and he kind of gave me his backstory of what he had to go through to get to this country. And he was saying something on the line. There were so many tests he had to pass. He had to wait, you know, X amount of time just to get the correct paperwork. And back in those days, you had to sign like a waiver saying like if a war broke out, you had to enter the draft type shit. So there was a lot of stuff you had to do in order to get to our country. So just hopping over the border, you know what I mean? I see where he coming from on that shit. And I like the other line where he was talking about he don't really care what color you are or what color hair you got. If you're illegal, you're illegal, and it is what it is. So, because you know, a lot of times, a lot of folks put out the racial tones into that. You know, if you don't like it here, you can get it. You know what I mean? But he kind of laying the brickwork. I don't really care about race. I don't really care about color. How I feel about it is how I feel about it. Let's get it. Come on.
It's all the same. If you're as white as Elon or dark as Cobby Lane,
Okay.
you do it legal. And if you don't, get the fuck out. Rules keep our lives civilized, otherwise we bug out. If we don't vet citizens at the entrances, and it's a recipe for disaster. We can't just let anyone in, that's crazy.
That's true.
They ain't just grabbing random people. They ain't just driving around and packing vans with Latinos. This ain't a haphazard attack on the Latin scene. It's cracking down on those who came through a passage that was illegal. I don't see the issue, and most Mexicans don't either. It's always the younger crowd that's acting so eager. So fuck the kids, ask the parents what they see. If they're immigrants, I almost guarantee they disagree. See, there's
I ain't gonna lie. I spoke to a lot of Latinos, man. The old school crowd really ain't digging what the new school crowd kind of doing. You know what I mean? Like, because they had to do it the right way. You know what I mean? They had to wait that time to go see the judge. They had to get, you know, printed, documented, get all the information, you know what I'm saying, go through the process. And for some folks, that takes years. Back in the day, it used to take 5-10 years. You couldn't just, you know what I'm saying, cross the yellow brick road. You couldn't do that shit back in the day, bro. So he ain't lying right there. A lot of old school Latinos, they ain't messing with this new age shit, bro. They ain't messing with it, bro. Come on.
The kids ask the parents what they see. If they're immigrants, I almost guarantee they disagree. See, there's no one more proud in this country than those who came to it and did it the legal way and made dough and attained the shit. Then they turn around and see this protest nonsense. All these posters for folks who didn't go through the process. My father-in-law came to this country with nothing. No.
Now, I did watch a few of the protests, bro. In my opinion, bro, it didn't make sense to like to burn the American flag and then raise the Mexican flag while you're in America. That shit didn't make sense to me. That shit didn't make sense to me. Because it's like, it's okay to be proud of your heritage. It's okay to be proud of where you come from. But at the same time, it's like, you're in America. You should be proud to be an American kind of first more than anything else. You know what I mean? Everything else kind of falls second. You know what I'm saying? You're in a new land right now. But I digress. Come on.
Posters for folks who didn't go through the process. My father-in-law came to this country with nothing. No money to his name, turned nothing to something. And when he sees these videos of all the sudden destruction, he looks me in the eyes and tells me that he's fucking disgusted. You'll never see him in that crowd. It's just a bunch of kids holding up fuck ICE signs, but they don't know what they did. They don't even know who the hell was detained. And if you asked them, I bet they couldn't even tell you their names. It's fucking insane. There's no sense to be had, no thought whatsoever, no direction or path. If you're protesting being sent back to your country, then why the fuck would you be holding up the Mexican flag? Explain it to me.
Bro.
Really, it doesn't make any sense to me. Who's the enemy? Your movement perplexes me.
Come on.
That's like breaking out of prison and going straight to the street and holding up a picket sign for the penitentiary. You know, I always been a firm believer in statistics. I always thought the numbers that you see are realistic.
Okay.
But I don't know. After the riots in LA, I think the unemployment rate is way higher than they say. Look at you, fuck.
Shit.
Good heavens, Pete's sake. Y'all been out in these streets now.
He's definitely talking about how many folks actually showed up for them protests, man, during working hours. Yeah, that shit wild, bro. You know what I mean? He ain't lied yet. He just telling folks how he feels about the subject. He just telling folks where he stands on it. He ain't lied yet. He on 100 right now. Come on.
Way higher than they say. Look at you, fucks. Good heavens, Pete's sake. Y'all been out in these streets now for several weeks, man. Y'all just doing it to do it. You don't even care that much. You ain't doing it for the cause. You just there to tear shit up. And what the fuck's with all the white people up in the mix? My people always gotta have something to fix. Did you ever think for one split second they don't want you there and you're just getting in the way of what they're trying to accomplish here? Don't worry, you don't have to face it alone. If there's a racial issue, we'll make it our own. You think screaming at the cops at the top of your lungs is gonna make them have a change of heart and drop all their guns? Like a scrawny little long-haired bony fucking white dude is gonna say some profound shit to an ICE agent and it's gonna make him change his mind about his occupation. Like, you know what? You're right, this is racist.
I'll get you a
Ooh,
job.
that boy cooking on this.
I can get you a job. I can get you a good paying job.
Bruh.
I can get you a good paying job, dude.
Bruh.
Put the gun down. I'll get you a job. You're fucking hired.
My boy, let me help you out right there. Bro, they paying ICE agents some good money right now, bro. Let me help you out. Bro, they giving these boys $45,000 bonus checks. If you have previous military experience or you're a previous cop or something like that, or if you were already ICE agent and you left, to get them back into the game, they're paying these folks a $45,000 check on top of their salary. I guarantee you, whatever you're saying right now, it ain't paying the same. They ain't putting them guns down. They just chilling. They just chilling, bro. Getting paid guap, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But you wasting your time, my boy. Come on.
Put the gun down. I'll get you a job. You're fucking hired. Please, man.
Now look, I ain't heartless. I know that there's a lot of anger.
Now, I'm not going to say, maybe old boy, he you know what I'm saying, he cared. I mean, he does care. I mean, he seems to be very passionate. You feel me? But, no, sir. I ain't going to work there. I ain't leaving no 6-figure job, boy, to come work for you, man. Come on, man. That ain't make no sense.
Now Look, I ain't heartless. I know that there's a lot of anger and pain this causes. There's a lot of people that did no harm at all. But you gotta understand, dog, the law is the law.
That is.
And breaking it with good intentions doesn't make it right. You ain't exempt from the consequences. You gotta pay the price.
Okay.
You should have thought twice before you did what you shouldn't. But I'm willing to bet that you knew the risk and you took it. And that's the problem. Why you came here in the first place. The fear of getting caught wasn't as worse as your birthplace. Just food for thought. Instead of trying to elude the law, maybe you should all be
Back. Ooh.
the risk and you took it, and that's the problem. Why you came here in the first place. The fear of getting caught wasn't as worse as your birthplace. Just food for thought. Instead of trying to elude the law, maybe you should all be trying to solve the root cause. Why is it our duty to adjust our immigration? We ain't the ones to blame for the function of your nation. Instead of coming here and telling us we need to change, how about you try to start a movement in the country that you came from? I know what you're gonna say.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. As far as America goes, we are too involved in other people's business. We are. We're always involved in a war overseas, over there, over there. Now, I get it. We got like a union, you know what I'm saying, with these folks. And the world views us as like a protector of some sort, to somebody messing with a country that's smaller than, you know, us, or smaller than, you know, they look for us for protection. You know, man, I think we should always protect the people we have partnerships with, or countries that we have partnerships with. But it has to come to a certain point where we have to be like, you know what? You caused this issue. We did what we had to do. We helped you as much as we could, could have. But at the same time, bro, we got our own people to take care of, man. Listen, man, America's not doing too well right now, bro. Let's call it what it is. We got a lot of issues going on right now, bro. And it is what it is. Come on.
In us, we need to change. How about you try to start a movement in the country that you came from? I know what you're gonna say. That's a hard sell. Corruption in the government and plus the cartel. Those are big issues. Something we need to sift and get through. And I'd be more than happy if we helped fix it with you. But not like this. Not by taking down our borders, but by giving you what you need so you can salvage yours. Military support and economic assistance to go to war with the forces that's threatening y'all's existence. It wouldn't be that.
And for the folks that are saying in the background in the comments section, we're not capable of doing that. We're doing that right now for Israel. We ain't helping them. We ain't supporting them. We're giving them everything they need, bro. And now we're so far involved into that situation, it's costing us, I don't even know how many millions, billions, and trillions of dollars, bro, to help over there. Meanwhile, you got vets on the ground in our own country not getting the care they need. You feel me? It don't make sense. It don't make sense, man.
Support and economic assistance to go to war with the forces that's threatening y'all's existence.
Okay.
It wouldn't be that hard for us to chisel off a piece. Look up a chart, dog. I mean, we've almost given y'all the least. So fuck it. We're already stuck in debt with trillions. So what's it gonna hurt to spend a couple extra billion? Shit, in my eyes, helping our neighbors is critical. I'd rather give you residuals than Ukraine and Israel. We've given them hundreds of billions of dollars each. And you know how much we've given y'all? 3. I ain't saying that you need it or the
Yo,
biggest
this dude.
for it. I'm just saying that we spend a lot and we could lend support. I'm all for helping out the country to the south of us, but politicians never put their money where their mouth is. They always say they care, but they never give a fuck. They just put a band-aid on the cut, but never stitch it up.
Okay.
Even if you make it here, it doesn't change the fact that the rest of your nation remains in chains and trapped.
Okay.
The Mexicans I talk to love their country deeply, even though growing up in that bitch wasn't easy.
Okay.
They're grateful for the opportunity that we provide, but they remember where they came from and they love to see it thrive. So while you're protesting, put that on your piece of paper. You want the U.S. to help you make your country safer. But until then, if you're illegal, you can leave here. You don't want them there, and we don't want them here either.
Damn, support that boy with the link to that gonna be in the description of this. Let's get into it though. So there you have it, y'all. We listened to the whole song from start to finish, and listen, dude's 100% on point, man. I don't want people to hear that kind of rhetoric and be like, oh, he's being racist. Oh, he's trying to discriminate. If you listen to the lyrics and dive into what he's actually saying, he don't care about what color you are. He don't care about, you know what I'm saying, you white, black, blue. He's just saying like, bro, coming to my country or coming to our country the right way. It ain't about, you know what I'm saying, discrimination. It ain't about being racist. He's just saying, just come into my country the right way. Go through the due process the same way I would have to. If I was a foreigner, I would have to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's saying there. So I gotta agree with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get their emotions involved. And listen, man, we're all human beings at the end of the day. So I understand that perspective as well. But at a certain point, we got to do, you know, what's best for, you know, our country at this time. You know what I mean? And it's not like we're shutting down the border. People can't come in at all. It's like, you can, bro, come on over. We welcome you. Come on over. But you got to do it the right way. That's it. You got to go through the process. Because if you don't, that leaves more room for, you know, people who aren't as good as you or who don't have the most positive intentions come over here the same way you did and cause, you know what I'm saying, harm to our folks over here, man. So I get it. I 100% get it. I'm 100% with it. Make sure you guys comment down below what song we should check out next. He's definitely a very straightforward artist, man. The whole time I think he was staring straight into the camera. He didn't even blink, bro. He was dead on with that shit, and he meant every word that he said. That's how he truly feels. Even when you go back to the very beginning of the video, he just sitting here contemplating. Now, mind you, it's a video, yeah, of course, but he just sitting there contemplating like, man, this shit really bothering me, but I don't know how to express it without coming off somebody calling me racist. I don't know how to express it. Somebody might call me I'm discriminating. I don't know how to express it, but the way he wrote that right there, that was perfect. That was perfect, bro. That was perfect. Until next time, y'all be safe out there. Peace.